How's it going? Happy Wednesday, May 5th, 2020. Already the month of May. Today is day 54 of us being together. So glad to see you. Leave me a comment and let me know that you're here. They should pop up on the screen. I see I have some issues with what's showing up on my screen today. There we go. Much better. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. This is The Good Report. I'm going to share this out now, out on all of my networks, so that if anybody wants to come into this yummy love vibe, they're totally able to do so. How's your day been? What's been going on? I'm, of course, sharing out on our Love City Arts page. And then I'm also going to share out. Hey, Yvette. Good to see you. Yvette is checked in. Yvette says present. I'm sharing it on Love City. Now I got to go back and share it to Andre, my public Andre account. Share that there. Wonderful. How's it going, Yvette? How is your day treating you? What's going on today? What's good? What's good to you? It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by and chilling for a minute or two. How have you been making it through this week? Today is Wednesday. Someone told me that Sunday is Mother's Day. Child, welcome to whoever just joined. Sunday is Mother's Day, and I'm not prepared for that because coronavirus has been kind of taking a bit of precedence in my life. Understandably so. But I need to find a way to honor my mother remotely this year. So anyway, what are your plans for Mother's Day? How are you honoring the motherly figures in your lives, or even the dudes who are the motherly figures in your life? How are you honoring that during coronavirus? I would love to hear all about it. Let me pop my beer. Are you able to hear me out there? I'm not muted, am I? I think I'm coming through. I think I asked for people to check in, and Yvette says present, not pregnant. Oops. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you tonight. Welcome back to The Good Report. Day 54. Can you believe it? Out of control that we have been gathering here and together for the last 54 days. It's kind of nuts when you think about it. And also the fact that we've been in the house. Hey, Brandon, good to see you. We've been in the house for 54 days as well. And so, there are the comments. The comments are finally coming through on the screen. You can hear me now. Great. You can hear me, and also greetings, divine beloved. Greetings, divine beloved. What's on your heart today, Daniel? So good to see you this week. It's been good to show up in this way for each other. Yvette says you can hear me. Okay, so if you can hear me, then you are in The Good Report, a space for positivity and gratitude and light and love. Listen, I say this every night. We could spend the next 4 hours being scared and anxious and messed up if you want to be. And I say that with deep compassion as a personally messed up person as well by all of this. We could spend 24 hours doing that, but we need to dedicate a sliver of time. Sometimes in this space it's 15 minutes, other times it's 20, it's whatever it is. But I feel that I need to be in community with all of you and just be in this love vibe for just a few minutes. And then I can go back to Netflix or whatever I was doing before. Yes. Daniel says you've been self-caring. What does self-care look like for you, my friend? I want to shuffle the cards while everyone chime in. Let me know what self-care has looked like for you. And it's okay if there's not been a lot, but what's something that you're doing that's actually pouring into you in this time? I'm gonna shuffle the angel cards. Every night I shuffle an angel card, and that kind of helps me not talk about me, and just talk about, we can share something together. So I'm gonna pull a card. Let me know, meanwhile, though, in the comments, how you are practicing self-care and loving yourself in all of this. What I'm pulling is nothing woo-woo. It's the Angel card deck. The Angel card deck, the original Angel Cards book. It's inspirational messages and meditation. So for those of you saved people out there, this is nothing woo-woo. I probably could do tarot well because I try to be tapped into my spirit. And the whole network of spiritual beings that we are. I really do try that. To be that way, I try. So I probably would be good at tarot, but this isn't what that is. This is just angel cards. So I'm going to pick one while you all let me know how you are leaning into trying to be a little more self-careful. How are you leaning into your self-care? Daniel, you said it. So what does that look like for you? And then I'm going to shuffle these angel cards. Self-care for me has looked like lots of naps, lots of cleansing naps, knowing that I can't fully be aware or present to what's going on. I can't be present to what's going on if I'm not rested. This is like from the 12-step traditions. The 12 steps say, if you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, don't make a major decision. If you are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, that is not the time to be making a decision, according to, these 12-step programs. So, this is a very exhausting time. So if you're tired or emotionally tired or physically tired, give yourself a nap. The emails can wait. It's okay. I don't shame anybody right now for taking naps. As many and as often as you need. Now, if that's like a byproduct of a deep depressive episode, then definitely reach out to someone. Don't just take naps into like the ground, But for those of you that just feel a little drowsy and you just need a nap, and then you feel better after the nap, and you have a little wag in your tail again. I'm talking about. The feeling I'm talking about. Take your nap. Oh, we got comments down here. Thank you, Mariah, for being here. I love you so much. Mariah, I'll talk about Mariah in a second. I'm sure the card will help me talk about Mariah. Daniel Williams says, buying healthy foods and getting my hair cut and supporting Black queer stylists. Please tell me that you don't have people in your house, or that you're going into shops for long, long times. Please tell me you're being safe out here supporting Black queer stylists. I love you too much to see you perish for a haircut. Come clean. Mariah says, I've been taking time to balance, doing things I need with things I want, cooking and taking several naps. Yes. That's so good. That's so good. You know what just went off? Because it's 9 p.m. Eastern, my I Am Enough alarm went off. And I talk about this almost every night. Y'all didn't hear it go off tonight like it usually does. But my I Am Enough alarm. I challenge you to put an I Am Enough alarm in your phone for 2 times a day whenever you want. It just comes up and on it, because most of these modern operating systems in our phones, you can name your alarms. And so I've named 2 of mine, the one at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., an I Am Enough alarm. And it just makes me like tell myself that I am enough. A little jolt. I am enough. How would I behave in the world if I believed I am enough? Would I take that nap if I believed I was enough? Or would I try to get on top of emails to prove to my boss or prove to someone that I was worthy of my job? I'm not saying be reckless and like lose your job for a nap, but I'm saying like be kind to yourself in these times. And also apparently we're also supposed to communicate. Tonight's word that I picked from the deck, or that's jumped out towards us from the deck, is you can't see these the way I want you to. Communication. And the little angels are on there talking on the telephones. I gotta light this better. Maybe if I, hold on, let me see if I can shift some light in this space so that it's not, yeah, that's a little better. Oh, there we go, communication. And you can see the little angels talking on the telephones. How cool is that? Okay, and now we'll go to the book. See, all I needed was a little shift in the light in the home studio. Communication. Let me lower this down a little bit. Okay, here we go. So a vital link between your interior experience and outward expression is what they're saying communication is. Communication is a vital link between your interior experience and outward expressions. Willingness to share your feelings and thoughts can engage you in more meaningful relationships to yourself, others, and your environment. That's the card we picked tonight. Tonight's card is communication from the Angel Cards deck. A vital link between your interior experience and outward expression. It's a willingness to share your feelings and thoughts, or the willingness to share your feelings and thoughts can engage you in more meaningful relationships to yourself, others, and your environment. Willingness to share your feelings and thoughts can engage you in more meaningful relationships to yourself, others, and your environment. Is anyone out there benefiting from positive communication? I knew this card would be about Mariah and I. We had a series of calls today. Mariah is an amazing emerging playwright, and I was able to participate in a reading of her work, and I was just so mesmerized by the communication tools that we use. We did it over Google Meet room, and we were in multiple countries and still having this awesome creative exchange. And so I'm just so grateful for the gift of communication right now. And then we followed up and had a meeting about Sip and Play. Oh, I didn't do announcements tonight. Sip and Play, we're still looking for actors to participate in these new works. If you are an out-of-work actor like me right now, but you also want to kind of stay fit in the gym, the creative gym, we're a little bit more than a Planet Fitness. It's okay. You know, I said to somebody that one night, we're the Planet Fitness of creativity. We want to like keep these creatives fresh and vibrant and loving their art. And someone's like, you don't want to be the Planet Fitness. I was like, well, I definitely don't want to be the Equinox either because they're problematic. So I don't know who we are, but we Love City Arts is a creative gym for light and love and positivity through all kinds of people, especially artists. And so anyway, we were talking about the Sip and Play project that's coming up. If you are an actor or singer, if you're anybody who can perform on webcam, please go to the website and sign up, or send me an email through the website, or a pigeon or something, because we would love to have you. And this communication and this love that Mariah and I have been exchanging in the building of this project, we've been frustrated a lot of times because we're new. I'm new. I'll speak for myself. I'm new to production. I'm new to this arena. I'm used to being on and I will continue. I shall tell you, I will continue to be on the stages. But it's new for me to be sometimes on the opposite side. And so just being able to be in pure loving communication and in collaboration with someone who just allows you to kind of say to them, oh, I forgot to tell you, we're not doing it that way. I had to go this direction because it's better for us. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you now, to be in a place of love and just acceptance and breathing. I hate this song every time it comes through the stream. It's the deep, y'all can hear it. Give me one. Listen to it. It bothers me at the top of this track. It was rumbling a little more than that, but because, yeah. because I run this show of gratitude and appreciation, I can change the track just like that. Better vibe. Mariah says, hey Karen, good to see you. Mariah says that was magical. Yeah, it was a good time. The whole afternoon was a good time hanging out with my cool cat friend, Mariah, who's doing amazing things. And even if I wasn't attached to it, and even if I wasn't working on it, and even if we weren't friends, it would still be fucking fantastic. And even, I mean, no matter what happens in the future, it's really amazing work. So kudos to you, sister. And I'm so glad that your internal and external communication as it relates to your art is working. Probably working better than you think it is. All right. So we're coming to the part of our program. This one will probably be a shorter one. We're coming to the part of our evening where, oh man, we just take a breath. We just take a breath and we just pull ourselves into the present moment. Forgetting what has happened in our past and laying down the anxiousness around what our futures could hold, we just pull ourselves into 9:07 Eastern. Not 9:06 Eastern. Oh, now it's 9:08. Or 9:09 Eastern. But just the present moment. We just draw ourselves into the present moment. And you're like, Andre, how do I do that? How do I draw myself into the present moment? Here's how. It's a 2-step process. If you never forget anything else that I've ever shared on here, I see you. Thank you, Andre, says Mariah, and thank you for your involvement and encouragement. We're just spiritual beings leading each other home. I love it. I love you. But the two things that I feel that are magic in bringing me into the present moment, I statements, is just my process. The way that I get into 9:08 p.m. Eastern is by 2-step process. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Biggest breath of the day. Inhale. Exhale. And that just pulls me into what is now 9:09. Fresh 60 seconds. Just for you and just for me. And because you are here, I get this feeling every night. And because you are here in 9:09 Eastern, the little intersection in our network, in the network of our lives, the little intersections of the network of our lives, there's a shared pinpoint right there for all of eternity, where I looked you right in the face in this present moment of 9:10 now. 9:09 is gone. In 9:10, I can say that I love you. And I'm glad that you're here. And I'm glad that you're here for the purpose of learning whatever lessons we're supposed to be learning right now, and whatever hardship and heartbreak we're supposed to go through for the evolutions of making our souls better. If you could pick up what I'm putting down there. I'm glad that we're here being together. So you're thanking me. I'm thanking you, child. What's on your minds? People that are watching, thank you everyone tuned in on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch, Twitter, and Periscope, and also those who are streaming right now. I can see you. Well, I can see the number of you. I can't see you on lovecityarts.org. Thanks for sharing your space around the well. As you know, I get on here every night at around 8:30 to just hold up the light for infinite gratitude and appreciation. Like I'm that, as I've said, I'm the old man going out to young man, going out to the flagpole and I'm just putting up a flag, and on one it says gratitude, and on the other one it says appreciation. And the more gratitude and appreciation we can have in life, the more lifted I feel. The more grateful I become, the more my life expands. So, those of you who feel comfortable sharing, what are you grateful for today? I've got the little prompt down there. Tell us what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for that conversation with Mariah. Mariah introduced me also to some fabulous family members of hers that were just like wonderful characters. And lovely people. I could just tell that Mariah comes from profound love. Okay, and a little beat too. Wait now. And so I was grateful for that space. I've also, did I eat today? Have I eaten? Did I eat? I showered today. But did I eat? And the shower was amazing. Just amazing. Had my gospel, one of my old school favorite gospel albums playing. I was just singing in there, and it was a good shower day. It was a corona quarantine shower day, because they don't happen every day, and I've made no qualms about that. Judge yourself. So today was a shower day, and I felt good about that. So yeah, that's also part of my good report. Did I lose a feed? Okay. What are you grateful for? What happened that felt yummy to your soul? Or who are you grateful for? Who comes to mind right now? I'm grateful for my friend Nave. We've talked about him on here before. I'm grateful for Mariah. Karen sent me face masks, these amazing face masks. Her mother made these for me. You may not be able to see them though because of the green screen effect. Yeah, this one's you can't see this one because it's actually green, but it's green with little flowers. You can see the flowers. This looks like a black Love City Arts flower mask, but it's really cute. I'll put up, I think there's a picture on my social of this particular mask. And then another one her mom made for me was this one. Hey Pam, good to see you. Mariah says, I'm grateful for being able to call on people who show up for me. Yeah, we love you. We'll always show up for you in the ways that we can, Mariah. And Pam, same for you. I love you. You know what is in my what is in the front of my planner, my business planner for Love City, which I intend to branch into business and the business of helping people and showing up for people. What's in here is, I can't show it. I can show part of it. I'll just cover this. This is Pam's postcard. Anybody who emails me, anybody who DMs me or emails me through the site, I'll send you this very cool Love City Arts Thanks for Being You postcard. And that's not what's special about it, because a postcard's a postcard. I'm going to write a special, in the times of coronavirus, love message to you from my heart to yours. And it's going to be one of a kind. And the one that I just showed you, I'm not meandering. I have a point. The one that I just showed you is the one that says Pam and Scott. And so that's in my to-do list for the rest of the week. There's also one going to Cheryl and to Amy. If you don't put your address in the comments, because that's not cool. But if you DM me your personal address and you trust that to me, I have a box full of Thanks for Being You Love City Arts postcards. I will mail one to you. And I've got 38 stamps. So I've got 38 opportunities to tell you personally how awesome you are to me. And I won't lie. I won't make things up. But that's just one way that we can kind of connect in these times, because I'm really grateful that you're you. And if I think about it too heavily, I'll weep. But it's just really magic. I know that we're going through a tough period right now, but it's pure magic that we are sharing our lives in this way. You know, the fact that I know that Mariah is an amazing co-producer and playwright because of our exchanges today. The way that I know that Pam enjoyed walking around the lake with her mom. The way that I know that Daniel is, a brilliant, as we all are, but like a special child of the Most High. I know that because of us coming and sitting around the well together. So for as long as you stay and as long as you go, I think that a feather from the lake where you were, Pam, came in here. Where did a feather come from? I'm not wearing anything that has feathers. Where did this feather come from? Was it in the mask? Is there a feather where the mask came from, Karen? Not that maybe a feather just fell in as like it was making its way in transit. There's a feather that's just for a baby little feather amongst the mask. I also have this one. It's a manufacturer. Well, I don't know if it's a manufacturer or not, but my dear friend Renee sent this one to me too. So I went from zero mask to like a mask for every day to wash and be healthy with. So thank you to the community here for sending those. I know that was a direct response to me saying like, I don't have a mask. And I wasn't even saying it for anyone to send me one. I would have stayed my black ass in the house. I really would have. But I'm so thankful that I went from zero mask to now having a cup that runneth over of really, really cool and neat masks. And these are just the ones that I have sitting here right beside me from out of the mail. Oh, is that another one? Oh, there's another mask here. Who sent me this one? Did my mom send me this one? I think my mom sent me this one, but you won't be able to see because it's green. So it looks like a Love City Arts mask, but it's a beautiful green mask that's getting chroma keyed out from my mom. So thanks, Mommy. I love you too. So yeah, anyway, we got comments. Hey, Andre, I'm grateful for the Zoom Bible study that you go to the Zoom Bible study? Through who? I don't do Bible studies anymore. But I love people who love Bible study. My mom is probably in a Bible study right now. Is it Wednesday night? Oh yeah, Wednesday night is definitely Bible study night. And let's trust and believe that Joy Stith, who would die if she knew that I was talking about her on the internet right now. Joy Stith, though. Joyful Joy Stith. Joy of the Lord, Joyful Stith. She was live streaming someone's Bible study tonight. And I've got mad respect for it. Because that's what brings her closer to her center and her loving place. And so, yeah, I'm grateful that you had your Zoom. What is a Zoom Bible study? Is it just like this? Or is it like the pastor or somebody like reading scripture and then talking about it? Is it a cross? Like, are you allowed to talk back? Or are they like Bible studying from the throne? Bible study from the throne. Coming to a theater near you. 2020. Oh, Bible study from the throne. Sorry. Guys, this is just how I want to play. You said they're from church. Okay, so people from your church, but it's just people from your church. It's not like an official thing. Not that it needs to be, but I'm just trying to gain understanding. Hey, Tika, I love you, friend. Thank you for showing up. This is a good vibe that just happened in here. Y'all hear this? Ooh. I don't have notes today. My throat's dry. I've been doing naughty things. Okay. So yeah, tell me more about this Bible study, and then also, Tika, let me know how your day is going. Like I said, the whole concept of this is just I'm just sitting in here in my home studio on a rock around a well. And I just kind of hang out with whoever comes through. And it's been wonderful that it's not been, for the first time in my life, it's not from a place of desperation of like, I hope someone shows up and like talks to me. It's more of a like, whoever shows up, I'm grateful for. And isn't that life though? And I'm so glad that coronavirus taught me that. My life will never be the same. I will always just go live and just share the love in my heart. And you should too, if that's your thing. Pam and Scott do it amazingly, and they do it with humor. They had each other in makeup the other night, in each other's makeup. Well, not Scott's makeup, but like they were, husband and wife playing in the makeup on the internet. I love it. Like it's the magic of life. So I'm not going to stop doing this because of numbers. It's just, I probably won't be doing it every night after we are allowed to leave the house, but I'll do it like once or twice a week consistently because this has been fun. I don't really care about the numbers. I've really enjoyed kind of seeing y'all and giving y'all hugs. And for those of us who don't live in the same zip codes, Mariah and I will eventually be able to hug sooner than later. And then if Pam and Scott come up here to chill, then we'll hug in person. But most of us live all over the country anyway. So, it's a coronavirus for me to just come out here and just be like, I'm going to just sit here and see who wants to vibe on something positive with a couple good jams playing in the background. By the way, music brought to us in part by, well, not in part, fully by Chill Hop. So if you like the jams, just pop over to their page, Chill Hop. They know that I'm doing this because I tagged them, and they've not like sent me a lawyer's note yet that said shut them down. So thank you to the folks over at Chill Hop for letting me use your jams. Because I'm not a DJ, I'm just a human being that loves love, who wanted to chill with friends, and you've given me a cool little backdrop. So shout out to Chill Hop. Give them a like, share, and subscribe over on YouTube. Not even an official partnership, but maybe that'll happen in the future. One can dream, right? An official partnership with musicians and things for Love City to help us spread light and love. Oh, sorry, there's comments down here. My bad. Okay. Hey boo, sending lots of my chocolate fat-free kisses. Thank you. I love your chocolate fat-free kisses. I've always loved them. Tika says, day is good. Lost my job. And by the way, guys who are watching, I read these for the people who don't like to see my face. They can't stand the look of, there are people out there who can't stand the look of my face. And that's okay. I hold space for that. But so for those people, there's a podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, Android Podcasts, Castbox, whatever you listen to. I turn these into audio for the people who want to listen while they're sweeping because they can't stand my face. So that's the reason why I read these comments out loud. Tika says, the day is good. Lost my job yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry, love. Lost my job yesterday, but I'm okay. I will press on. Mom was able to come home from the hospital today and the family is still healthy. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a mixed bag in here. Okay, I'm glad your day is good. I'm sorry that you lost your job. I mean, so many of us, myself included, and I'm not diminishing your loss yesterday because I know it's fresh for you. But so many of us have been put out of work, and it's shaking. We've built our lives on we need money, we need fiat currency. And so because of that, it's put us in this space of needing to have jobs. And for a lot of us, moving from paycheck to paycheck or, not being able to go many months and sustain this. So for those of us who have lost our jobs, it puts us in this really, this place of intense instability and grappling with the unknown. And like I said, Tika, you're fresh into this, and so I just want to hold you. Hey Kaylin, I want to hold you and I want to hold your hand through this, so that that you're not alone in the losing of the job, and we'll press on with you. Also, you said that your mom was able to come home from the hospital today. And so we rejoice for that because I think that we've been on for 54 days. So we were live when your mom went into the hospital, if I'm not mistaken. And that's in, the archives. So I'm glad that she's come home, and I'm glad that your family's healthy. She then gets on me, as Tika always does in this space, and says, "Don't be sorry. I'm a warrior. When one door opens, another will open." I think you meant to say, when one door closes, another will open. But you know what? It's true too. When one door opens, another one opens. Because on the elevator, when one side opens, the other side do. So that's true too. I'm with it. I will remain positive. You and all your doors. Thank you everyone for being here. Now that we've gotten like the majority of the people in this space, I could lose all the viewers right now, but it's nothing different than what I normally do. We're just gonna plant ourselves, feet or not, on the floor, and just call into our circle a remembrance of all of the things that have kind of been weighing us down. And we're not going to stay here very long, but we're just going to just call to mind those things like, yeah, it really sucks to be in the house. It really sucks to be unemployed and uninsured. This is me. You have your own stuff. It really, it really bothers me that people are kind of going out, even though it's not safe to do so, and people are being forced to work at the hands of capitalism and power and all of that suffering that I feel. I want to invite us back, as we practiced earlier, into this present moment. Oh man, so much going on in the world, friends. So much going on in the world. And so if we can come to this moment, just 9:27 p.m. on a Wednesday, just breathe and just allow ourselves to surrender all of the things that have been agitating us. Just cast them down right here at the well. Just leave them at the well. We have a wonderful cleanup crew that comes and takes them away. But I just want to invite you to just unburden yourself. And every night, for those of you who can see my shoulders, I've just been kind of nudging at my shoulders and kind of just picking off the heaviness that sits sometimes daily on my shoulders. And I'm just going to take it off my shoulders, take it off, and just set it down on the dust by your rock, by the well. And then take a breath. And then breathe out. And just feel what it feels like to just have, even, you can pick them up after this is over. If you want to, you can pick those up. But for now, just like lay them down. Lay them down and just allow yourself to feel what it feels like to just be unburdened in the present moment. I know that things have happened to you, and I know that we're concerned about the future, but can we call ourselves right now just into the present moment? And in the present moment, we allow ourselves to just lay down the things that have been upsetting us and agitating us, and for me, keeping me up at night. I'm just gonna place that down. And then for those of you who've been around for the last 54 days, goodness, we're going to just invite love to just flow out of the well into everything. We're going to allow love to just wash away. Now, you can grab those sorrows if you want and put them back on your shoulder, but the well is overflowing right now, as it has for the last 54 days. And the well is overflowing, and now there's just water of love everywhere. And this love is just washing over everything. It's soaking everything. It's soaking everything so intensely that, like, even if you were to pick up your struggles and pick up your problems and pick up your worries, which we all have, if you were to pick them up again and put them on your shoulder, which is your business if you want to, they would be soppy and soaking wet, because love has overflowed, and love has overtaken everything, including your worries, including your cares. I see someone out there saying yes, including your worries, including your cares. And so here we are in the presence of love and in the presence of people who are attracted to love. The people who are watching right now, and you don't have to stay. It's cool. My ego's not on the line here. But the people who are right here, right now, watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, and also lovecityarts.org. Those people, we are just in a unique, and the one I just lost, we are in a unique position because we are in the presence of love. We laid down our burdens and they got soaking wet in love to remind us that love covers all. And that, no, you're not just stuck now with sloppy problems or soggy problems. No, love will begin to transform. An ounce of love, self-love and appreciation, because the belief in the belief that you can make it through this, and the belief that you're capable of making it through this, that's a direct byproduct of you allowing love into your heart. I love myself enough to know that I am capable. I'm capable of surviving a pandemic. You are too. I am capable of surviving a pandemic. As long as I wash my hands and take my proper precautions, not touch my face like I just did. I did it again. As long as I just do the best that I can, I am capable. Oh, Kaylin, who was in here earlier tonight, Kaylin, who was watching, survived. Full tested COVID positive and has lived to have a testimony about it. Needs to be sitting his black ass down. I said it. But he tested positive and is still living and cracking jokes and a little fatigued, but my buddy's doing well. So yeah, be hopeful about the possibility that we could make it through this and start, not to pressure yourself, because I don't want to pull you too far into the future out of this present moment, but start imagining, how life could positively look for you in this apocalyptic shit. Who takes it's not post-apocalyptic, but how could we emerge from this? I'm very hopeful. After having the reading today with I'm high, guys, with Mariah, after having the meeting with her and hearing her materials and seeing her light and witnessing the light in you, namaste, bowing to the light within you, the divinity in you bows, the divinity in me bows the divinity in you, namaste. Having all of that energy in my life, I unless I die, I see no reason why we can't come back from this. The people in the Great Depression, I know this is 10 times worse than the Great Depression, but they survived. I'm sure someone was laughing about something, even during the Great Depression. Was laughter banned? I know, and I'm not making light of this hardship. Y'all, let me take some water. I'm not making light of this hardship. I'm just saying that, the how you walk through this is important as the what of it all. And I think that we could choose on our high flying days, knowing that we're going to have low days. I have low days too, where I just feel really, really crummy. I've been very, very public about that. I'm not a Pollyanna. People who know me know that I have bitch qualities and I'm not nice all the time. And the great thing about the kindness of my people, and I'm not treating anybody horribly, but the kindness of my tribe is that they just talk me off the ledge and love me enough to put me, okay, but how does this actually help your mission? Well, actually it doesn't. Well, then get back on the path, or good for you for staying on the path. And so anyway, hey Liliana, so good to see you as well. Tika says, don't be sorry, I'm a warrior. Oh, we read that one already. So yeah, I'm just really grateful to hold hope in my heart. And part of why I gather here as Little Miss Muffin on the Tuffet is for that purpose, to just have an intentional space. Like I said, this won't continue every day beyond our self-isolation and voluntary confinement. But I do want to continue doing something like this on the flip side. Like I said, it's not so you can see my face under these hot ass lights. It is because community is important, and I see the value of it more than ever before. So thank you for hanging out for as long as you have. Thank you for participating in my weird exercises of allowing love to overtake the space. But I believe in my heart that people who are overtaken by love will put more loving action into the world. And more loving action in the world will allow us to step fully into the world that we really want. And I believe that it's as hard as we make it. To borrow from the great poet and singer Lauryn Hill, it could all be so simple, but we'd rather make it hard. And so let's not do that to ourselves in this season. Let us unburden ourselves as much as we can. I know, I was the guy who ignored my student loans and ran off to the circus. Not the actual circus, but close enough. I lived and sang and danced on cruise ships for years and didn't. I paid my student loans during those years. It was the years in between when I was looking for work where the student loans didn't get paid. So whereas all of my other friends have like paid off all their loans and now they're just dealing with coronavirus in a different way, I'm paying back the student loans. In the midst of coronavirus. And so I'm saying I'm not different than you. I understand how this can really strike fear in your heart. But I want to remind you that we don't have to be given to a spirit of fear. We can step into love, power, and a sound mind whenever we want. Whenever we want. And I know that people will not like me for this, but I'm just going to remind everyone that thoughts become things and thoughts translates into feelings, and you're 100% responsible for that, as I am responsible for mine. And that's the one thing we can't let ourselves off the hook for. And so because I'm responsible for my thoughts, it would serve me to just think positively of you and think positively of me. And just go deeper, as deep as I can, into just trying to love myself the best I can so that I can love other people. And it's work. I don't always, y'all know I have the I am enough alarm on my phone, and on every mirror in my house is drawn I am enough, so that I can affirm while I'm brushing my teeth and taking a shit and dressing and walking about. I can always affirm that I am enough. And how would I show up in the world if I really felt like I was enough? And that's just kind of translated to me being here with you. If I didn't believe I was enough, then I wouldn't be able to sit here and just be myself. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to make you believe anything. I just love that I have just settled into this place where I can just sit here and just love you. Period. Don't ever let me forget it. Don't ever let me forget this feeling. If you ever hear me or see me talking about losing my way, don't ever let me forget the fact that we are enough. You and I, we are enough. Separately and together, we are enough. And when I start living my life when I start sending emails as a person who's enough, I'm not saying like a fake beating my hands on my chest kind of situation. I'm just saying when I really, really settle into the fact that I was born enough, and then someone told me that I wasn't. I was dancing and prancing and being free, and when someone would be like, don't do that, someone was like, that boy's too young to know any different, just let him play. That's when I was my freest, before I was made to be a black man, before I was fashioned in the image of people's collective imagination, before I became an Andre. Anybody picking up what I'm putting down, and those who listen in the podcast later, send me an email and let me know if you're picking it up. But before I became an Andre, before there was a need to be somebody, I just wanted to just like talk to people and smile and laugh and joke. And the only thing that changed was my exposure to people and their rules and mandates about the type of man and person and boy I was supposed to be, robbing me of my joy. And then setting it and forgetting it, like the rotisserie commercial in the middle of the night. Ron Popeil with his chicken cooker. You just set it and forget it. They set it and forget it. They set us into this space of needing constant approval and validation for our joy, for the things that make us happy, that's not harming anyone, and who we love. But even before I knew anything about what it meant to be queer or who I love, just prancing and singing and talking and laughing and being free, they took that from us when they told us that it was important that we be somebody. And so our entire lives, we just run around trying to be somebody, and partnering our lives with people where we make these silent agreements that I will protect your somebodyness if you protect my somebodyness. And then we create all of this suffering for ourselves and each other, trying to prop up this false illusion of somebody. I cannot do it anymore. And I'm sorry for those of you who just came in here to have a good time and I'm on this tangent, but I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my soul. It's so exhausting. And I think the realest of us know what I'm talking about. The exhaustion that comes from trying to effort and be somebody. And if I'm the only motherfucker in this room and the only person on my block and the only person in this world that sits around and feels some type of way about my not enoughness as compared to like all of these external circumstances, I can't be the only person that feels that way. The pressure to be somebody. And let me make it plain for people that are listening now and going to listen later. When I say being somebody, let me be very, very clear. The being somebody has nothing to do with like your self-esteem and like a healthy sense of self-esteem and self-love. I'm not saying don't be somebody and like I'm not saying be nobody. I'm just saying like, and there could be some valid, there could be some valid points to being a nobody as well. There's freedom in being nobody. But I'm not saying don't have high self-esteem. I'm just saying all of the abs that you think you need, the smarts you think you need to have, the degrees you think you need to have, the rooms you think you need to be in, the certifications, the validation you think you need in order to be your joyful self. I'm letting you off the hook tonight. You don't need that, Lee, Liliana, Amanda, Tika, Caitlin. You don't need that external validation. The gift was already in you from the beginning. The sperm hit the egg and magic ensued. And now here you sit. I think that if that was the whole story, that would be pretty fucking fantastic. Like if the whole story was that once upon a time, a little teensy sperm hit a teensy egg, and that made me. And I've had rough times, and I've had happy times, and I've had sad times, and I've had good times, but goodness me, the magic of it all. And the possibility that if I do and I'm going to fail a lot. Some could even say that I'm failing now. You're getting on the internet and you're only talking to like 12 people. Like, what is the big deal with that? That's failing. That's not 12. You know how many people watch Coachella with Beyonce? Yeah, you're a failure. 12 people, you're a failure. That's what sorry. That's my society voice, by the way. Society tries to tell me that if people aren't watching me in my Netflix special, then I don't matter and I don't belong. But let me tell you something. To borrow from the Baptist tradition that I come from, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. You have purpose whether or not you have a Netflix special or not. You have purpose whether or not you have a book deal or not. You have purpose whether you know where your next gig is coming from or not. You have purpose even if you're booked and blessed or not. You were born perfect, whole and complete. You. And I know that we're going through difficulty, but we're going to come out of this. And as long as we keep our head a little, oh my God, y'all, I saw the Amazon lady the other day while I was outside getting high. And I was like, I can let you in with the package. Thank you. So she was in her mask and I was in my mask. And I just looked at her as she was getting back in the truck and I said, hey. And she looked and I said, keep your head up. And I know that doesn't change her salary. I think we need to be working towards legislation. Hey, Tika, I see you telling me to preach. I think that we need to be working towards legislation and shifts in the power dynamic and the paradigm in order to help people like her. Don't get me wrong. This ain't no thoughts and prayers bullshit. But let me tell you, I said to her, I said, hey, keep your head up. And you know what? I saw her head lift a little bit. Because she was bringing packages into my dwelling clearly she was essential or was working, and I was just hanging out of the house getting high, which is my business. And so I just looked at her and I said, yeah, just keep your head. I said, hey, keep your head up. I just said it to her, not like as a coach to a kid or anything, like as a human being to another human being. Keep your head up. And I'm saying it to you right now, people that are going to tune in later, and the people that are watching right now all over the place. Keep your head up. I'm not saying ignore the circumstances, but keep your head up. Because if you look up, I'm not saying Jesus. I ain't talking about God. I'm like, this ain't no woo-woo, whatever you choose to believe. I told you my love is religion. I'm Buddhist one day. I'm saved the next. I'm Hindu one day. I'm Muslim, assalamu alaikum the next. I'm love. Love is my religion. I don't give a fuck. I'll go to your church for two. My friend was so confused. I love Nina dearly. I went to church with her for like a solid 2 months, and then one thing was said off in there that I did not like, and I have not returned since. And it was really weird because I was loving the worship. I was crying to the worship. I was deeply moved by spirit because spirit, guess what? Spirit is in all things. So they were singing, I love you, Jesus. And I was like, whoa. And I was crying and everything. It was like a whole experience, being Christian for those 2 months again. And then I stopped going because of some circumstances that had nothing to do with Nina. Nina's lovely. Nina is everything. You'll see her in all of my social and stuff. But I stopped going to the church and I just put back on the Buddhism again. And some of you would be like, oh Lord, a double-minded man is stable in all his ways. You can't be Buddhist and serve Jesus. Okay. Says you. Take the limits off my God. Take the limits off my God. Exceedingly, abundantly, beyond all you can ask or think. Exceedingly, abundantly, beyond all you can ask or think. Oh, wow, the Buddhist has just lost his mind and went into Pentecostal zone. Exceedingly and abundantly, beyond all you can ask or think. That is the promise of the Most High to us. That is the promise of the universe to us. The universe wants to blow our minds. Wants us to think even a click beyond what we thought our possibility was. To borrow from the quote that I use in here all the time, life is a banquet. Paraphrasing, full of all kinds of yummy fruits and vegetables, cakes and pies and meats and vegetarians and kale and whatever you want. Life is a banquet of all of those things. And we are starving to death. We're trying to approve stimulus packages so that people can live. Come on. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I take that back. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. See how I just went into a knee jerk like Andre like 2.0? I thought I was Andre 4.0, but apparently there was like a glitch and I went back to 2.0 because Andre 2.0 apologized for things that he didn't need to apologize for. Anybody do that out there? Anybody out there now, or, you know, watching in playbacks or podcasts know what it's like to like apologize for living your beautiful life? But I'm grateful. I have friends in my life that just like they go at when I start apologizing for things. I shouldn't have to apologize for being passionate about the fact that we could love each other if we wanted to. Like, the money's fucking made up. They sent me a pile of it for no damn reason. After saying for years, for saying for my entire life that this was not possible. There was no money. There was no resource. We could not help anybody. And these niggas literally dropped money in my bank account like unannounced. That they begged, borrowed, and stole for, that was made up anyway. Someone hit a button and was like, we authorize more money. And someone went in and they authorized more money. And they pushed the button and they gave the special code. And, you know, usually white people, let's be clear in the space, some important white person said to another important white person, let's push the button and make more money or borrow more money. And so one important white person said to another important white person, and a black important person could have been in the room just for a little color, you know, just a little color. And they said to each other, let's make more money or borrow more hypothetical money, invisible money, fiat currency, no gold standard. There's nothing backing it up. It's just white people talking to white people. Let's be very clear. And some of y'all have like DM'd me and asked me about this. What about your reputation with the job? What about your reputation? What about your future reputation about speaking that clearly online and taking positive? Like, how do you think you're gonna get a job when you say this? Like, it's just the truth. I don't want to live in a world that's not true anymore. Even if I just get homeless and die under a bridge, I don't care. I just don't want to live in a world that's not true anymore. So they see my social media and they see this video, and they get mad that I say that important white people talk to other important white people and push the button to make up their white people invisible money that's causing so much suffering. Then, like, I don't know what to tell you. Then pass my resume by. If you can dig and find this, and this is what takes me out. I sincerely do not want to live a life. I just lived 4 years in pain working in a corporate environment because they wanted to tolerate me instead of celebrate me when I said, like, can we lead from a heart-filled place? Can we stop making up bullshit rules and causing suffering in the workplace? Can we all just get along? And every time I'd be like, there were people, this is the reason why I no longer work there. And the reason why they didn't like me is because there were people that would intentionally like demean me and condescend to me in emails. This is the black experience, the black ass truth. There'd be people who would just demean me in front of superiors. I was called demonic in the workplace. Y'all know me. Like, y'all know me. I am not bringing that energy ever. Like, I can be sassy and I can have an attitude and be sassy, but I'm never bringing demonic energy. And a very senior VP in my firm like called me demonic in front of a room full of people on a call like this. 20 people in the room just called me demonic. There was just a lot, and then they like pushed me out and blamed me for saying that's not okay. You know? And so why am I publicly making an HR complaint public, so that an employer can go and be like, oh, he has problems with HR, and so he can't be trusted. So, I saw day 54 of the good report, and like he calls HR on people, so we can't hire him. So be it then. I don't give a fuck. I really don't, because like a person that a group or a company or people that move from that place is not anybody that I want in my life. Like I said, I'm not trying to like conjure this up, but I'd rather be under the Brooklyn Bridge panhandling for pieces of bread from pigeons than work in environments of people that are brainwashed by the bullshit that is white supremacy. And so now white supremacy creates colonistic environments where people feel like they need to make it into their job and be essential and sit there and expose themselves to infection because people don't want to make more money and take care of each other and make this fair for the greater good. We need that competitive edge to feel like somebody, to bring it full circle, to feel like somebody. I don't want that noise. It's crazy. This is insane. The level of I can't use that word anymore. The level of apathy that we have one to another. It's deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. The ways that all of a sudden someone asked, how much does that cost? And then someone said, you don't have enough. Don't have enough of what? Of the air that we're talking about. Have you seen your paycheck? I mean, some people are still getting analog paychecks, but have you seen your paycheck lately? I've not seen my paycheck. Zeros and ones go across the way in the same way that the federal government zeroed and ones my shit to me. I know there's so peace to all the people out there who are still fighting to get their stimulus checks. But mine I wasn't looking for it because I've been blessed enough to not have to, worry about money in this season. And then I've got people in my life who also support and say, like, if your money runs out, I got you too, bruh. So it's cool to experience that level of love, but they just shoved me money overnight. In the same way that they could have been doing the whole time. The whole time. Universal health care, universal basic income to ease the level of suffering in our lives. But the fucked up part is that some of you like to see us suffer. And that's the white supremacy. That's the white supremacy. The fact that some people like to see other people suffer for sport. That is pure white supremacy. And I've got a friend who I shouldn't. Okay, I've got a friend, and when we talk, behind the scenes, when we start distilling all of the ills in the world and the problems in the world, all the problems that we're having and the problems and things that are going on, the answer of all the problems in the world at the bottom of it is white supremacy. Throw me a problem right now into the comments, just as an exercise, and I'll tell you how the root of it is white supremacy. And so how do we dismantle these systems and continue to walk in love and joy? I say, take up as much space as you need to, boo-boo. The money's going to come. Someone's going to pay you to do something. Or in my case right now, the government's going to pay me to do something until someone is paying me to do the work that I do. You can look it up, andrestitt.net. But until that happens, like, I'm going to just continue to show up authentically, because it feels good. It feels good. And I want every business meeting I take and every show that I cast and every show that I'm in, and I want every creative endeavor that I touch all over the world, I want them to be harmonious. I want them to be this space. Me authentically showing up as just me. It being enough for the people that I'm engaging with. And then we just walk in love and harmony. I know that's a lot to ask because of personalities and people. But I believe it so. I'm calling on a miracle. I need to be this harmonious and this chill in all of my future endeavors. I really do. I really do. I just need to be able to show up and just do my service of holding space with y'all. Even though at the angle where I sit, because I've gained weight in coronavirus, my dad bod is starting to like cut me at the waist because of the way I'm sitting on in the studio. Because, you know, I got a little extra cushion these days. You know? And that's okay too. All right, I think that's where I just go. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is what it is. It's me showing up at 8:30 or roundabouts, holding space for infinite love, light, and gratitude, talking shit about the bad things that are happening around us, but also grounding ourselves in the fact that we are extremely blessed. And so thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Everybody that's watching, like I said, and hung in there. Hey, Melissa Mack. Good to see you, my love. I hope that you are just holding yourself in high regard, my friend, because I hold you, Melissa, in high regard. I hold you in high regard. The monitor for my show is down here, so that's why I look down sometimes and start talking. But yeah, I hold you in high regard, friend. I really do. I really do. And I hope that your life out in the Pacific Northwest is opening up a little bit for you. And if it's not opening up for you, I speak now that it's opening for you. And if you will just shake my hand on it or give me a virtual hug on it, we're just going to agree that everything is working out for you. In the same way that it's working out for me and everyone else under the sound of my voice. Okay? So, anyway, thank you for being here, everybody. Every night, 8:30, I just come into this space. Sometimes I'm on the ground, sometimes I'm not. Always happy to be with you. Like I said, every day until this thing is over. Every day until this thing is over. And then probably when it's over, I'll go to like a weekday, like once in the weekday, just to kind of be in good vibes intentionally. But anyway, thank you for being part of this stream of consciousness. Melissa says, thank you. I can't tell you how much I needed to hear that today. Yes, it's all working out. Yes, it is. It really is all working out for your highest good. For your highest good. Not for your like medium good. For your highest good. Things are working out. Believe it so. Believe it so. Even when you see evidence of the contrary, believe it so. It is yours. It is yours, Melissa. It is yours, everyone else passing through. Thank you so very much for tuning into you. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I wish people really knew this. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching The Good Report. Have a good one.